Hello there mates, Mooshi Gamer here, and this is ShadowRun Hong Kong Extended Edition Episode 12. And so we are headed out to actually I'm not sure. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. So, can anyone get a combat skill right now? Okay, she can. Gobbet spends some more time at the firing range, increasing her range combat skill and SMG specialization by 1. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. Oh my. See, I can see how both of those would be good. I guess I'll go with the SMG for this one. Are you sure you want to confirm these collection? This action cannot be undone. You make me nervous when you say that. Yeah, I'll go with that. And sabotage. Isabel's grenade launcher can now fire remote mines, which can be triggered to detonate at will. Isabel gains the Tar Blaster 1.0 program, an upgraded version of blaster that also sticks enemies in place for 1 round. I would have to say I have to like this one. I like that one. I like that one better. What she got for me, Duncan? Duncan gains an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo, does an additional 2 damage, and pierces up to 2 armor, costs 1 AP. Duncan gains a rifle ability that does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, making them easier to hit on subsequent attacks. This ability cannot do critical damage. Those are both really good. Hard pick. I'll go with this one. Yeah. Alright, that was fun. What's my next mission? Am I going back to the ship? Yep. Alright, so we have our missions over there. Anybody home that I can talk to? There. Oh, there's Duncan. Talk to me, Duncan. Boo's cabin appears to be the only clean spot on the bolt hole. His equipment is neatly laid out on his bedding, grouped by type, arranged just so. He's currently in the process of cleaning his weapon with meticulous care. Well, that's that, I guess. We're runners now. Something on your mind, Guncho? I forgot to ask about benefits. Think we can get medical and dental care? Yep, think it's time to catch up? Could be. He stops for a moment, stares at the weapon in his hand. That's why I'm maintaining my equipment. It helps me focus my brain. Work through stuff. He shies low the rifles. Now's as good a time as any, I guess. Where do you want to start? I want to talk about Raymond. Okay, shoot. What do you think's going on with him? I don't know, Mooshi. He was clearly obsessed with the walled city and whatever prosperity is. He sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stumble his way through a dream or something. A sleepwalker who hires Shadowrunners. Whatever he was doing, he knew it would be dangerous. Triad bosses. Raven was smart as hell. He thought he needed runners to take him into that place. He needed them. Why do you think he came to Hong Kong? Well, he's from here, right? It sounds like he had unfinished business that he needed to take care of before. Think he's dying? I don't know. Yeah, me either. Just something to think about. Did he say something about me after I left? You know Raymond Mooshi. He taught us what he wanted to teach us. He told us what he wanted us to know. Everything else was met with a wall of good-natured silence. He used to say, "You are the master of the unspoken word, Mr. Wu. Once it is out of your mouth, it is out of your control." So, no. After you left, he never said a word about you. Not a word. What's the point in messaging me then? Talk about being Shadowrunners. What's there to say? I worked my ass off to pull myself out of the gutter and make something of my life. I did what it took to earn my bronze, and now I'm a mercenary hiding in the shadows of a foreign country, doing dirty jobs that the corps need to keep off the books. It's the reverse of everything I ever wanted. You seem to be taking it pretty damn well, so let me ask you something. You said you thought that Raven was alive too, that we run the shadows until we could figure out what happened to him. Was that true? Yes, for me, this is all about finding out what really happened to Raymond. Wu nods, clearly satisfied. It's good that we're on the same page. I feel better knowing that. What's your opinion of Kindly Chang? I'd say she got us right where she wants us, right under her thumb. What do you want to talk about specifically? What do you think she wants from us? As long as her network keeps delivering information about Raymond, I don't care, at least for now. We need to stay with her. We have no other connections in Hong Kong. Without her, we're dead in the water. Think we can trust her? A triad boss and underground fixer? No, I don't think we can trust her, but as long as we all share the same goals, we should be okay. Makes sense. As long as we serve her interests, she doesn't have a reason to screw us over. Exactly, it's simple. She provides jobs, we do jobs. She gets into info about Raven and that plastic-faced man, and we figure out what the hell is going on. We figure out what's going on, she doesn't end up in the trunk of a car at the bottom of the river. Everybody wins. What about this plastic-faced man? Creepy dudes are nothing new to me, even well-dressed, creepy corporate dudes. Between the gangers we grew up with and the shit that I've run into as a cop, I've seen all kinds. I just want to know who he is and who he works for. You should keep an eye on Strangler Bao. You should keep an eye on everybody, and that guy is definitely no exception. I've seen plenty of occult killers in the Barrens and plenty more since I joined Lone Star. This guy's the real deal. I'm not sure if he knows what the word remorse even means. You should steer clear of him. I'll be careful. I can see that. Let's talk about something else. Sure, if you want. Let's talk about Duncan and Isobel. They seem competent, considering how young they are, but then again, they sound like they've been taking care of themselves since they were pretty young. The three of us work together well in the walled city. Based on that, I bet the four of us would make a solid crew. Do you trust him? As far as I trust any runner, yeah. It's like Raymond used to say, trust and verify. They haven't given me a reason not to trust them, so until they do, I'll believe what they say and keep my eyes open. I can't get that dream out of my head. You said you had one too, right? Yeah, yours sounded like a nasty one. I don't remember much about mine. I was pretty creeped out by our run into the walled city. Between that and all the drama, I'd be surprised if I didn't have a nightmare. Did it feel different from other nightmares you've had? He takes his time, thinks about his answer a bit before he responds. You know how sometimes you'll be mad at a friend in a dream and wake up still mad at them? Do you treat him like he did something wrong when you see him? It kind of feels like that to me, like I dreamed I was swimming towards a bright light, and when I woke up, I was out of breath from the effort. Remember about yours. Just little snatches of things. He puts his hands on his hips and concentrates. The walled city was breathing, and it had teeth everywhere. There was a tunnel that was so bright that I had to shut my eyes. And Raven was there. He was either kneeling or lying down. I can't remember which, but he was crying. That's what made me wake up. The sound of my father crying. What's the... Oh, kind of a bad question to ask now. Of course the walled city was in my dream. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? He gives you a lopsided grin. Was it in your dream too? Sure looked like it. Not sure, I'm surprised. The walled city is more than just another slum in the sprawl. Hell, it is a sprawl. Of course we dreamed about it. The feeling I had there has stayed with me. It felt thick, heavy, and I got this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know, wretchedness, I guess. Let's talk about something else. Alright, let's talk later. Later's good. I want to do some cardio, work off some steam. Then there's track time for me. You should do the same, Mooshi. A couple hundred push-ups will do you good. Ha! Please, I could bust out 200 in my sleep. He raises an eyebrow. I'd love to see that sometime, but for now, you should clear out. I want to get started, and this cabin isn't big enough for two. Fun talking to you. Here's Isobel. Where is, Gobbet? I haven't run into her yet. Isabel's cabin is an exercise in controlled chaos. Her living space is utterly dominated by an enormous jury-rigged computer. Serpentine cables snake from component to component, tying dozens of obsolete terminals and cyberdecks together into a single colossal machine. This is my personal machine. If you're looking for your mission computer, it's downstairs. She doesn't bother looking up. You can see that she's elbow deep in the guts of an obsolete cyberdeck, one of a half dozen that would have been wired into a computer. One of a half dozen that have been wired into a computer with braided cables. Actually, I was hoping to talk to you. Got a second? There's a long pause. Then she chirps out a response. We're talking now, aren't we? Huh. You want to crawl out of that computer and talk to me face to face? Nope. Sorry, this is a delicate process and you're interrupting me in the middle of it. Let me ask you a few questions then. She leans in, scrutinizing the innards of the obsolete deck. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Have you been having weird dreams recently? Her body goes still. Yes, I think that everybody has. I was just curious, not trying to make a big deal over it. Me too, I've been having horrible nightmares. You want to tell me what your dream was about? Not particularly. I don't remember much anyway. I've gotten good at forgetting things related to that place. Slowly she begins rummaging through the guts of the obsolete cyberdeck again. I'm not interested in talking about my dreams, MS. I just want to work on my computer in peace. I'd like to get to know you better. Tell me something about yourself. I'll just go in order. That's quite a machine you're working on. Care to tell me about it? She's my pet project. I call her the octopus. She waves a hand at the tangle of thick power cables that radiate out from the machine's central core. You might be able to guess why. Do you do this all by yourself? Impressive work. How well does it perform? She's a monster. She yanks a fried chip from the deck's mother chip and neatly sets it aside, then thumbs it in a nearby bin for a replacement. An absolute beast. Why bother building your own machine? Don't you earn enough to buy something new? I can see the appeal of building your own machine. What is this thing made of? Whatever I could find. Busted terminals, obsolete cyberdecks, aftermarket memory from Maximum Loss dumpster. Scavengers would kill for this stuff in the walled city, but out here, people throw it away. She chuckles to herself as she eases the cart into an empty expansion slot. Most deckers are early adopters. They buy whatever's newest, shell out huge amounts of new yen in hopes for riding the bleeding edge. Stupid. Why? Because I can have 5 of last year's model for a quarter the price of that whiz new cyberdeck, and after I finish daisy chaining them together, the machine that I built will run circles around your hot new deck. Yeah, you'll need a flatbed truck to carry it. Makes sense to me. Good, that's a good sign. Shows that you're thinking clearly. Frowning, she yanks a stick of memory from the old deck. So, was there anything else that you needed? He wants to get rid of me. What about your portable gear, your cyberdeck software, that kind of thing? It gets the job done. Might not be top of the line, but I'm comfortable using it in the field. If you should happen to come across any more advanced hardware or software, either on the job or on the discount rack at Law's Techno Place, I'm not above taking donations, but barring that, I'm fine with using what I've got. Your call. Can we talk about the ambush at Victoria Harbor? Ooh, that might be a touchy one, but sure, go for it. I'd rather not. I lost friends there. Take a shot. Carter down, same as your friends. Sorry, didn't mean to cry. You don't have to apologize, just change the subject. She returns attention to the octopus, turning her back on you. I'd like to get to know you better. Tell me something about yourself. Something? He pauses for a moment. Okay, I don't like small talk. Does that count? Huh. Sure, it tells me that you don't want to be social. Look, it's nothing personal. I just don't think that I'm a very interesting person. She shrugs. Sorry if that disappoints you. You don't like talking about things other than computers very much, do you? There's a long pause before she responds. Then when she does, she sounds vaguely hurt. I prefer not to. Nothing personal. It's just the way I am. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to know who I'm running with. Don't you? You should learn to speak up. The whole strong and silent thing doesn't work for you. Yes, you're still a mystery to me. There's a long pause. I don't like mystery, but I do like solving them. She turns, gives you her full attention. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you a question, something personal. After you give me an answer, you get to ask me something. Think of it like a game of questions. We take turns until one of us wants to quit. Deal? Deal. You go first. Ask away. She studies your face. We'll start off easy. Tell me what you're really thinking about Duncan. Let's see. I love and respect the man. He's family. He could be a pain in the ass, but he's like a brother to me. We're old friends who drifted apart. That's all. He was a means to end back in the Barrens. Now he's just irritating. I don't have feelings about him one way or the other. I'll say that. Interesting. Her eyes fit to the doorway of Gobbett's cabin. Then a corner of her mouth fits upward into a slight smile, and a little familiar. Well, you answered my question. I guess that makes it your turn. You grew up in the Walled City, right? Tell me about that. That doesn't seem very nice. She hates talking about the Walled City. How long have you been running the shadows with Gobbett? I would say all her, well, not all her life, but I can glean from information that I've gotten that she's been doing it for a really long time. How did you and Gobbett meet? Here. Where did you learn the deck? That one's good. The Wampoa? The Wampoa? I lived there for a while after escaping the Walled City. People there were difficult. We didn't get along, but it was a great place to learn. And that would make it my turn. She pauses considering. So tell me, what was your connection to Raymond Black? He was like a father to me and Duncan. He got us out of the Barrens. He was a rich old man who wanted to buy the gratitude of some street kids. I accepted. He was my benefactor and mentor. I respected him. Well, I guess he was like a father to me. In that case, I'm sorry for your loss. Losing the ones that you love is hard. Your turn. Ask me a question and I'll give you an answer. How did you and Gobbett meet? Her brow furrows, and then after a moment, she screws her eyes shut. We met as kids in the Walled City. My prison was her playground. You okay, Isobel? Of course I'm okay. I'm fine. She shifts her gaze to the octopus. I just have a hard time remembering those days. My childhood is kind of a blur. And that brings us back to my turn. She gestures at the cabin walls around you. You enjoy it, don't you? Living like this, working in the shadows? Yeah, Raymond Black was wrong. This is what I was born to do. No, I left this shit behind when Raymond pulled me out of the Barrens. I want my old life back. This is survival. I do what I have to. Enjoyment doesn't come into it. Well, since my character's personality is a Shadowrunner, I feel like the first one would be more of an option. But it could be like an instinct type thing that this is what she has to do. I'll say the third option. She blinks. We may have more in common than I thought. Your turn again. Go ahead, ask me something. How long have you been running the shadows with Gobbett? That's a good question. I guess about 4 years now? A decent stretch by anyone's reckoning. My turn again. Her head tilts as she studies your face. And I think my last question for you. You're stuck here. Maroon. You and Duncan both. He's obviously unhappy with the situation. He keeps going on about the things that he left behind. What about you? Is there anything you want to get back to? Nothing worth mentioning. Truth be told, I'm enjoying the change of scenery. Yeah, there's something important behind my entire life. Like my friends, my career, everything I had worth caring about. Yeah, nothing worth mentioning. Nothing? There's anything about your old life that you'll miss? I don't know whether to envy you or feel sorry for you. She glances down at the clock on her desk, an antique model with physical hands that looks like it was wrenched out of a submarine. A frown spreads across her face. Shit, it's even later than I thought, and I've still got a long way to go before the octopus is fixed. She begins to turn away, her attention fixed on the stack of partially disassembled cyberdecks arrayed in front of her. Hang on, Isobel, you still owe me another question. She stops in place, fidgets. That's true, go ahead. I need you to tell me what you can about the Walled City. Her voice goes cold. Why? Because Raymond Black wanted to go in there and somebody destroyed my life to keep him from doing that. Her cheeks flushed just like they did the last time. She averts her eyes. No, I'm sorry, but no. Later, maybe, but not now. Alright, Isabel, maybe next time. Blinking, she turns away and buries herself in the octopus splay innards. Please excuse me, I have work to do. If she doesn't want to talk about it right now, that's okay. I can always bring it up later. But with that fun bit of conversation, we have come to an end. And I still have not figured out where Gobbet's room is. Like, seriously, where does she live? Is Isabel the only one on this tanker? But anywho, I'm gonna end the video here. In the next video, I'll start up with the mission that they kindly Chang or Auntie has chosen for us. Either way, if you like the video, comment or subscribe below, and Mooshi Gamer signing out.